A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic moment, Russian President Vladimir Putin has praised U.S. President Donald Trump's attempts to bring an end to the ongoing war in Ukraine, more than 3 years after Russia's initial invasion. This commendation comes as both leaders prepare for a pivotal summit in Alaska, set to take place on Friday. The meeting is highly anticipated, especially given the contrasting interests of the involved parties, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who will not attend the summit. The backdrop of this summit is complex. Trump has openly sought the Nobel Peace Prize, a desire that many observers view as unrealistic given his controversial presidency. He has claimed that he could resolve the Ukraine conflict in a mere 24 hours, despite previous attempts to pressure Zelensky into making compromises, including reducing U.S. aid. Trump's business interests in Russia, a country still facing Western sanctions due to the war, add another layer of complexity to his motivations. European leaders are expressing concerns that in a one-on-one meeting, Trump could be unduly influenced by Putin, whom he has previously admired. This concern is not unfounded, as Trump has previously sided with Putin over U.S. intelligence agencies regarding Russian interference in the 2016 election. On the ground, Russia has faced challenges in its military objectives since the invasion began in February 2022. However, recent months have seen Russia making steady gains on the battlefield, leading Putin to believe he holds a stronger position. Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, John Herbst, has indicated that Putin is likely aware of what a potential deal could entail, a ceasefire coupled with some security guarantees for Ukraine. Yet, this would not satisfy Putin's ultimate goal of controlling all of Ukraine. The dynamics of the upcoming summit suggest that the best-case scenario for Russia would be to negotiate a ceasefire that allows it to maintain influence over the situation without facing significant deterrence from Ukraine or its allies. Sam Green, Director for Democratic Resilience at the Center for European Policy Analysis, emphasized that Russia's ideal outcome would involve a deal that maintains its control over the situation without genuine accountability. Zelensky's absence from the summit marks a stark contrast to the previous administration's approach, which emphasized the importance of Ukrainian involvement in discussions about its future. Trump has hinted at the possibility of a three-way summit with Zelensky, contingent on Putin's agreement. However, Trump has also reiterated his stance that Ukraine should consider territorial concessions, a position that Zelensky firmly opposes. For many Ukrainians, the summit appears to be a scenario in which two powerful leaders are making decisions about their country's future without their input. Olga Tokaryuk from SEPA expressed concerns that the negotiations could lead to unfavorable terms for Ukraine, suggesting that the best outcome might be a failure to reach an agreement, resulting in new sanctions against Russia. Herbst posits that Zelensky might be open to a deal where Russia retains control over the territory it currently occupies, albeit without formal recognition of its annexation. This compromise could signal a significant shift in the conflict dynamics, potentially allowing Putin to save face while acknowledging that his ambitions of expanding Russian territory are no longer viable. The summit is particularly notable as it marks Putin's first visit to Western soil since the war began. He arrives facing an arrest warrant from the International Criminal Court, which complicates the diplomatic landscape further. Alaska itself holds historical significance as a former Russian territory, adding layers of symbolic meaning to the meeting. In the lead-up to the summit, Zelensky met with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer in London, emphasizing the ongoing international support for Ukraine as it navigates this precarious moment in its history. As the world watches closely, the outcomes of the Trump-Putin summit could have far-reaching implications for the future of Ukraine and the broader geopolitical landscape. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.